Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness, yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret in YouTube. All right. Welcome to my channel, the underrated thoughts. Yours truly, the underrated one. Nah, let me check this again. Oh, I thought it was. Welcome to my channel again. Welcome to my channel, the underrated thoughts. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. Yes, I am the best of the business. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let me read this out. Come enjoy a real conversation with the underrated one. Us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We all we got. Remember that. We all we got. Hey, sexy too much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Let me put this on. Let me get this out the way first, and I'm gonna introduce the brother. Thanks for coming. We got a fire show for y'all. This is the underrated MMA sports talk number 5. That's right. NBA Sports Talk number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Let me get this out. Let me get this out. Let me get this out. Let me get this. All right. Bruce goes. Thank you. Yeah, let's get them lights up. Let me introduce my one and only brother. Watch up from down under. How you feel, brother? You gonna mute your mic. Introduce yourself to the people, to the fam, please.
Oh, yes, indeed. Um, salute to the chat as well. It's good to be here. Definitely gonna chop it up today. Looking forward to it, man.
Oh yes, this is a fire. We're gonna talk about boxing a little bit. I'm just saying a little bit. Thanks for coming. Let's get the lights up and everything here. Um, let's go. So how you feel? How you feel, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm great. I'm happy with what I saw.
Okay, so let's get into it. Which match that you want to start off talking about?
I don't know, man. Anyone you want? If you want to talk a little bit of boxing as well, that's
No,
fine
no,
with
no.
me.
We're gonna save boxing towards last.
All right. Yeah.
Let's get into it MMA right now.
Well, I'll get to What should I get to? I'll get to actually before the main event. I'll get to
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin
Oh,
Gastelum has now broken his losing streak. He's got a win finally.
wow.
It's
About
been
time.
since 2018 since he's
Yes.
had a win. He's had 3 losses in a row, and he just beat someone in the top 15.
Mm.
Um, and it looked like he almost won every round doing it. He was wrestling more. He went back to his roots. And when you do that, you get results. You use skill. And he was holding back tears, man. It was a lot for him to come back from, and he did it. He came back, and I'm really glad that he's there. His mind is in a better place now. He's more disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
He is even calling out. He's saying, if there's any backup or replacement you need, I'm going to be ready. It was great to see Kelvin win. I think in spurts during the fight, he looked a bit slow with his left hand, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a result of the wrestling. Because when you wrestle, it takes a lot out of you. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, he did a very good job, and I'm glad to see him with the win. And I'm glad he's got his mind right. I think it's come together again, and
Mm-hmm.
I like it, man. I like what I saw there. That
Okay.
was a good match.
Okay. Let me explain to people why before we go to other matches. Explain to people why that MMA, I mean boxing too, but MMA, when you suffer consecutive loss and you put in the work and everything, and then when that work finally connected, I'm talking about the mental, the emotionally, and the physical, and and everything goes with it. The arts go with it. Explain to people why us and sometimes men that we cry. I'm talking about MMA. They cry. Explain to people why, because there are some they don't know. Like we know, but they don't know. Explain that why.
I mean, it's a very raw sport, and usually the training is harder than the fight. Um, but you know, they cry because it's a build-up of a lot of things, a lot of stuff going on in their personal life, all that training. And I say this on with the boxing as well. But all that training, when you're wrestling, when you're on the ground doing your floor work with your jiu-jitsu, when you're doing that kicking, when you're doing that sparring, sometimes people just find it a little bit too much, and they sometimes just, when they get a win, it's like a relief. Your hard work paid off for something. When you lose, though, it hurts more. You've competed. That's your competitive nature that's being threatened. And when you lose three in a row like Kelvin did, um, and you lose by close decision, getting knocked down, points, submission, it's hard to
Hmm.
come back from. But again, you develop that mental fortitude. When you see a sport, you take steps, and he took the necessary steps. He changed his ways, and he got some people on his team, and in the end, it worked out for him. You know, so it's good to see.
Great. Okay. And I'm gonna put my thing on that. Then we gonna go on. We gonna keep on going. This is the great matches of MMA yesterday. Also boxing. Like I said, we gonna talk about boxing towards the end or maybe between. It depends. But and also like for me, when you know the journey that these fighters have to take, you know, the travel, they not be around their families a certain limits of time. The mental part, the emotional part. Oh, the fundamentals goes with it too. And all the sweat and tears and stuff. And when you see a man break down and cry, it's like he wins a championship. But he knows that's just a step ahead. So let me ask you a question before we continue. Do you think he could be a champion one day? Or you think he?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
You gotta understand, he was that close to getting it.
Right. Hmm. Yeah,
So
he was.
absolutely.
Absolutely, I agree on that too. I think the sky's the limit for him. Okay, let's go to the next match. Talked about that match, brother, with the family.
Yeah. The undercard itself wasn't great. I did see some good fights there.
Hmm.
Couple upsets. Um, but I want to talk about Usman versus Burns. Um, that's probably now one of my favorite fights of all time, like in the UFC, because I was so nervous because Usman's my favorite guy. I watched this guy
Mm-hmm.
in November 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching him on free TV here in Australia because they broadcast it to a channel called 1HD, and that was when it was on Fox. So Fox made a deal for
Mm-hmm.
that day, and I got to watch the UFC for free on my home TV, which was great. And I saw this dude, this African guy. He's very confident, and he's fighting Rafael dos Anjos, and I knew who dos Anjos was, and I thought dos Anjos would win because I thought, oh, this guy, he looks good, but he's a bit cocky and he's a bit arrogant. I see this dude fight, and he wins every round,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, whoa, who the hell is this dude? Like, he's a monster. And
Mm-hmm.
then I've followed this guy since 2018, and then I looked even further back and saw his journey. So for me, this fight was personal in the sense of I know this guy. I've seen him, and he's fighting a former teammate who I also knew for a long time as well. So
Mm-hmm.
then they walk out, and when Bruce Buffer, I'll try to go through this in detail, not prolong it, but when Bruce Buffer was introducing Kamaru's name, he always does this thing where he walks to the middle of the cage and he does this like whip action, and then he puts his fist to the floor, and he
Mm-hmm.
walked right up to Gilbert, and Gilbert walked right up to him at the same time, and they were like nose to nose almost, and it was the most intense shit I had seen in a long time in the sport. And then Herb Dean, the referee, he stepped in and he's like, okay, give me space, just bring it in so I can give you the final instructions. And he asked, touch gloves if you want. And Usman didn't touch gloves. And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
wow, these guys are former friends. First bell goes, and I sent you the email, so you'll be able to see exactly what I say.
Got you.
But first round goes, and Gilbert, he steams forward, and he throws a fake knee out there, and he's pushing Usman back. He's doing the right thing. He's pushing him back, because that's what you need to do with someone like Usman. You
Right.
need to put him back and make him feel uncomfortable. But Usman looked calm and composed, and there were some kicks being thrown and some jabs, and then all of a sudden, Gilbert throws this massive overhand right as
Mm-hmm.
Usman's kind of leaving his left hand down and sidestepping, and it gets Usman right on the temple, and he dropped him. But Usman got straight back up. He grabbed him, and he missed with the hook, and Gilbert was landing. He was throwing bombs in there, like he was looking to take his head off. And then he threw a head kick, and it landed clean. Like it was the cleanest kick you could find. It landed clean on Usman's like head and jaw on the side, and he didn't react at all. He just it was like it was nothing. So then, because Gilbert threw the kick, he went to the ground. He lost balance, and he was inviting Usman in because he has that jiu-jitsu. He wants you to get in his guard so he can submit you. But what Usman did was clever. He
Mm-hmm.
decided to hold Gilbert's legs and kick his hamstring. So when Gilbert got up, it'd be that little bit more sore and it'd take the kicking away. And
Mm-hmm.
then Gilbert was trying to kick Usman's knees because Usman has weak knees. He has skinnier knees. He's had surgery there. So he was doing the clever thing as well. And Usman, he kept throwing shots to the body from above. And then when Gilbert got up, the kick stopped because I knew that would happen. So Gilbert continued to throw heat. First round ended, and then they touched gloves at the end. There was a sign of respect. It was like, okay, like I remember when we used to train together, this is how it kind of went. And then the freaking second round comes out, and Usman starts pumping the jab. And I've always said, since 2019, I've said, this guy's jab is probably the best in MMA. He throws a better jab than some professional boxers.
Oh
And
yes, he do. He do. Yes.
and then, boom, he does a pull counter, and he
Oh.
drops Gilbert Burns. And Gilbert was
Wow.
out on his feet. And Usman took his time. He was lining him up, and he had him hurt in that round. And he was beating him up. And Gilbert recoups, and then Usman won that round. That was a more dominant round. So Usman literally went from almost being in serious trouble in the first round to then coming back and hurting this guy. And then we get into the third round. Within 30 seconds, this dude dropped him with a jab. He dropped him in a jab, I think, another time in the second round. He jabbed him from a southpaw position, the other side, his weak side. Boom! Right jab, drops Gilbert. And instead of Usman going into his guard, he gets this dude's leg, sweeps him above, and he just starts throwing bombs from the top, ground and pound. And I thought, like, Herb's got to stop the fight. And Gilbert was looking to survive, but I'm telling you what, when Usman has you hurt, you are finished. And he finished him, and it was a very raw and emotional fight. Gilbert was crying. And then Usman starts to, get emotional because he'd taken his friend's dream away. But at the end of the day, they hugged it out and they talked, and it was brilliant, man. It was brilliant.
Yeah, the one thing about Usman, if you're going to have him, you got to put him up because if he come back, he's going to finish you. One of the best finishers in MMA. Do you agree?
100%.
Got to finish him. That's one. To me, he's one of like that certain special breed that you can't play with. You just can't. You got to have a game plan. You got to be mentally ready of all times. Gilbert, when I see somewhat that he had a certain breakdown of mental lack of certain seconds, and that's all Umar had once, and he took advantage of it. But like you said, they was friends. You know what I mean? Like you take another person's drink, but that's how it is at times. You know.
I saw it. I saw it the weigh-in. Usman staring Burns down, and that they didn't care about the friendship, and they said themselves after the fight, we have to put that in the vault, and we had to forget about that.
Yeah.
And it showed. I mean, Gilbert almost like that punch that got Usman. I don't think that necessarily hurt Usman. I think it got him as he was stepping to the side and his hand was down. Because if you see Usman gets up straight away and he throws a punch, you don't do that if you're not hurt. But he was composed and he got through it. And Gilbert, he broke mentally when he got hurt. And throughout Usman's fights, he breaks everyone. He breaks them all. He just breaks you down. And he can do it anyway. I mean, when he went to finish Gilbert Burns, he had no fear of the grappling because he knew he'd hurt Burns. And he's like, all right, let me come into your guard. I'm going to beat the absolute crap out of you now. But it was bad. The commission need to be punished because Gilbert hit his head on the stool when he was, waking back up or recovering. Some stupid commissioner, had the stool and he hit his head on it. I don't think he realized that because of all the adrenaline that was going through, but they hugged it out, and Usman was angry because we have a lot of pretenders in the division who won't step up and fight, and he's had to fight his friend who was number one contender. So it was such a good fight, and Usman he keeps on getting better. He just keeps on getting better.
Yes, and he didn't scratch the surface yet either.
I saw greatness. Like no one is going to do that again. No one is going to do that again. No one's going to drop Usman like that again. There's no one in the division that will do it.
Gotcha. Let me introduce this person. What's up, Orange George? What's good? Welcome to the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 5, brother, on the panel. Welcome, brother. Okay, we can't hear you, bro. Hello, you on the panel? Well, we gonna continue till he gets on. All right, next match, please, bro.
Um, I don't think any of the other matches were good, but I will say this about the Usman fight. Um, he has, you know, 3 title defenses now, and I think he's in greatest of all time conversation now. Um, he beat George St. Pierre's record last night of win streaks in the welterweight division.
Wow, I
He
totally
he
forgot about.
broke. As soon as that fight ended, I said he just beat GSP's record. Now, who the heck else is doing that? And then you've got Anderson Silva, who's got 16 fight win streak. That's the longest win streak, I think, in the UFC, right?
Right,
For all divisions.
all
He's only
divisions, right?
3 fights away from tying that
Time.
record as well.
Yeah, so the sky is the limit. Let me introduce guy Norwood Jr. in the chat. Thank you so much for showing up. Before I get to I do got, if you see on the screen, I do got a Cash App and also PayPal. If you want to donate, that'd be greatly appreciated. Um, Now we're gonna introduce my brand George. George, unmute yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this evening? And how you doing on this day for suckers called Valentine's Day?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So do you see any matches last night, bro? Because it was the main event was
Well, I didn't watch it. Like I said, Coach he did like a live stream where he talked about he did a review. He talked about the fights. I came in the midway of the was it Gastelum versus Hines, whatever his name was, and I was listening
okay.
to that one. And I was where I went through up to Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso up to the main event.
Right. Okay. So do you know? Oh, so you want to talk about it? Oh, you didn't. You say you didn't see it, right?
No, I didn't see it. Like I said, I just
Oh. Oh.
yeah.
Oh, George, man.
I'm not. I live on a budget, man. I'm not paying for pay per views. Those pay per views cost too much. No, no, hell no. Hell no, forget about it. Dana White,
Well,
see, this is the thing. Dana White knowing how people are not now. A lot of people don't not barely working, and money's tight. And what he's trying to fight against these people doing these streams where they're trying to sell them off a little more off market cheaper. He needs to drop the prices down. I think he should sell his live streams for maybe like about $30 or $40. People will buy him. He'll make his money back up because people buy him. Because the fact there's a lot of people who used to go to the shows and watch him. He should charge him about the same price I think for the ticket prices for coming to the show than for pay per view. That would make a big difference. But he is a greedy bastard, and he don't want to do that. So I'm not going to waste my money, which is my hard-earned money, on paying on a $60, $70, $80 something other, where he could do, or I could find it on Super Bowl on YouTube and watch it for free. So there it is.
bro, I understand, but I'm supposed to tell the people about the fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I tried, bro. You gotta help me out, bro. Come on now.
See, I'm living
Oh,
on a
but
budget, brother. That's how it is. That's just a simple fact of
okay, I got you.
that.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Bro. So you didn't watch no matches. George, brother George. Hello. Oh, he probably just got cut. Oh, so you didn't watch no matches.
Like I said, I just heard Coach doing his live stream. He talked about matches. I didn't watch anything. I just
Okay,
heard
got you. Oh,
what
just
Coach
so
said, and
so.
then
All
just
right.
that was
All right. So
it.
tell us what you heard, and we keep on going. What you heard? Okay. Okay, brother Watcher. What else? What else? What else we got in the MMA? What else we got in there? I'm trying to look at it.
Man, I'm just thrilled, man, that my guy won. But you know, man, I just don't see anyone that can beat him. I truly don't think now, dude. That was the guy to beat him, and he destroyed him. You know, he has literally beat number one, two, three, and four in the division, and then the former top five competitors who are now in the top 10. The only guy he hasn't fought is Stephen Thompson, the
Right.
the karate guy, right?
The
And
karate
he
guy,
just
right.
and he just beat a top 10 contender. But here's the one thing that I'll probably say I'm not thrilled about, because Usman was in a pretty, he was a bit annoyed after the fight, and he called out Masvidal again because Masvidal is still talking crap.
Wow.
I don't think Masvidal deserves that fight. I mean, they tried making that fight early last year, and the only reason Jorge took it on 6 days' notice was one, because of money, and two, because he thought he could get Usman off guard. Because he just thought he could go in there and throw some head kicks and the big knee up the middle like he did to Ben Askren. But
Mhm.
that wasn't the case. And instead, he lost every round, if not most of them. Maybe he won the first, but he don't deserve it, in my opinion. He should be fighting Colby Covington. And I don't want to hear about Ultimate Fighter coaching. That's that's for Colby to do. We're in a
Mhm.
situation where the guys in the division don't want to fight each other, and the champion is just knocking names off the list because he's that good. And I personally would like to see Leon Edwards get his shot.
Mute your hold on. Mute your mic, brother George. I'll get to you. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I think Leon Edwards would be a good one, but Stephen Thompson. See, that's a massive fight. That's a huge fight because now we have Usman who is showing more, is finishing fights more and just looking better. And Stephen Thompson's a big name. So, I mean, it's going to be really hard to see anyone beating Usman. I think that Thompson has a really unique style, but it just goes to show you that there's just he's Usman is built differently. When Tyron Woodley became champion, as it went on, um, you know, he started to fall in love with the money and he lost his passion. And I remember when Usman was calling him out, and Tyron didn't like it. He felt very threatened. And if you look what happened in the fight, it was a pretty accurate depiction of what happened. And look, Usman's got 3 title defenses now. GSP had, I think, 9. Um, Tyron Woodley. Ah, I think I got muted or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, no. That's my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Um, I mean, I don't know. I've got to count because I do a list. I'm writing down a whole list of just the UFC champions and their legacy. And um, I'm telling you, man, Usman, he's I reckon right now he's the second best welterweight of all time.
Mhm.
GSP's up there, but Usman's definitely second. And he could surpass him because he's just that good. He's that good, and
Yeah, I
he's
get
he's
you.
he's so good for the sport.
And you know what? He's not all that old either. You know what I mean?
Mm,
He still got some years left.
yep.
You know, and that's the thing about it. He could be like a one of the like besides welterweight, he could be an all time great.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I was just thinking that, and he can do it all, you
Yeah.
know. And look, looking back at your guys like Conor McGregor, who just got knocked out.
We got some-
That was a guy that was saying very bad things about Usman.
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
just over a year ago, and look where we are now. You can't look, dude. Every time people say that they want to fight, I'm only going to believe it when they're in the ring. I think Usman scared some people off now with that
Yeah.
performance last night. I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
Colby. I don't think Colby Covington wants to.
nah, nah, nah.
He like.
Usman took it to the next level now. He on his own level. You
I
could
think
tell.
If Colby fights him again, he gets finished quicker.
Yeah, I agree that. I agree that too. And now, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think Usman he's on a certain level. Do you know? See, it's like this. Like I'm gonna use. Let me see. What song I'm going to use? With Anis um oh man with Anderson Silva. Remember he would start winning. He was on a certain level, man. Like I said, what? It's like when is the time you gonna finish him? You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't make no sense. It's like you blink your eye, it's finished. I'm like, man. And I think Usman, he's moving up there. He's moving up there, and like I said, he got a few years left, and it's scary. We could talk to him. He gonna be an all time great, you know. So, all right. Let me get George back there. Hey, George, you still there, brother George? You still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
My internet's kind of acting up because the weather's been bad around here right now where I'm at.
okay, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
if it's acting up, you can mute your mic, no problem. I will get definitely
All
gonna get
right.
back with you, definitely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I got you.
All
Okay,
righty.
all right, just stay right there. Brother Watcher, let's talk. Do you watch some boxing last night? Brother Watcher,
I did, yes.
which fight that you want to talk about first? Because I mean, we got quite a few.
I think the Teixeira Castano fight, very important fight,
Yeah,
and I can see why Teixeira avoided Jamel. I mean, he's not that good, you know. Castano's more proven.
yeah.
He's serious in the sport. He gave Lara fits. Okay, um, he gave Lara a tougher fight than Canelo did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so now
No,
we
no,
can
no. Whoa, whoa,
get.
whoa, whoa. We call Canelo C.
Oh yeah, sorry, C. Yeah.
Right.
Um, look, man, that's got to happen. Jamal versus Castano. It has to happen. We have not had an undisputed champion at 154 since I think 2004 in Winky Wright.
2004. That's the last one, and that's like 2000. That's doggone going on 17 years.
We need it, and you
We
know
need
what?
it.
It's a competitive fight.
Yeah.
It's a great fight, but Castano beat Teixeira. He won pretty much every round, and he knows how to fight small. He knows how to throw in combination. He uses his energy very well,
Mhm.
and he has good composure in the ring. So it was good to watch him.
Yeah. Okay. Before we continue, hey, family, if you look at the screen, I do got a Cash App up here and also PayPal. Cash App. It's dollar sign capital JT 53000. PayPal forward slash for PayPal.me forward slash all in caps JT Black 53. If you can, that'd be greatly appreciated. If not, hit the like, share this out, and hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Let me get to George, and then I'm gonna get back to you, brother watcher. George, have you watched any box? Oh, you don't watch boxing, don't you?
No, not that much. Like I said, some I don't really keep up like I used to.
Okay. Do you watch any? Do you watch any boxing this past weekend?
Hello?
Do you watch any boxing this weekend? Oh no.
Nah, I didn't watch any boxing. I didn't know there was having fights on. I mean, where things been going, seemed like they barely had any fights. I know we've been talking about Tyson Holyfield coming back, making that fair fight, and I don't know why.
God,
Because
200. Oh God, man,
I
come on,
mean, come on, it's just Mike
bunches,
Tyson.
bunches.
I mean, one
Go,
thing is Holyfield. He's half past drunk. He kept fighting because he was fighting to pay his child support, and he fights Mike Tyson again. I think he's gonna be end up like in a wheelchair, and gonna be eating out of a straw, and have to wear a diaper.
mm, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, brother Watcher, what you think about that?
I think that Mike needs to get a grip on reality. Look, man, that guy, and shout out to the chat, shout out to Sheila and the rest of the people. I see you there. Um, he destroyed himself. I mean, look, you know, he's out here, smoking all kinds of shit. Um, he's on social media, um, and look, the fight with Roy Jones, fine. We got that. That was fun, right? That was a fun thing to see, right? But he's got to focus on self improvement. Sitting around smoking pot with these yes men that ain't doing anything.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. And then acting like you're 18 years old again. Dude, Kid Dynamite was around before Iron Mike, you know?
Mm,
Like, come on, you ain't that anymore, man.
yeah.
You ain't that.
Right.
So forget this stuff. Look, man, and Holyfield as well. That James Toney fight, that was really bad, man. That's not
Very,
like
very,
that was
very
really bad.
bad.
And dude, that's a
Yeah.
small dude. Like James Tony's not a big guy at all, right? But
No.
he beat him the F up. Okay. He beat him up really, really
Bad.
bad. Right. And he
Yeah.
hit him to the body. He did a lot of damage on Holyfield. That's a lot of damage
And,
there.
and, and you
These
know
two,
what?
you go ahead.
No, go. I wait.
No, I was pretty much finished. Go.
No, and and we're gonna get back to the matches of last night too, but I want to bring it up. Let me bring this part up of Holyfield and Tyson. They talking about they said this is a 200 million dollar match.
I
You
think
can't make this up. You can't make this up. I'm being honest. Let me say it again. $200 million for two senior citizens.
In this time in COVID, come on,
it's
look.
not that
Right,
much. I mean,
right. We
maybe.
know it ain't gonna happen. We don't gonna happen. But I would say this thing when Tony fought Holyfield, you never see Holyfield hold. I mean, except really bold, but that's about it. But besides that, and this is the second time I've seen him hold, and Tony was tearing him up. I said they need to stop this fight because if they wouldn't stop it, they would have. I was like, no, come on, Holyfield. Holyfield was like going, oh look at Holyfield, but you can see Tony blocking, but Tony was counting everything. I was like, yo, he was just putting on the clinic.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he
That's how I
put.
feel. It's just
What you said?
yeah. I was saying that they're past their prime. Maybe 20 years ago, yeah, people want to see a third fight. But now, Mike, he's 50 something. Evander's almost.
Yeah, and so yeah, so okay. Yeah, we ain't for talk. All right, Watcher. What other matches that you seen? It was very intriguing last night.
It was funny to see Richard Comey come back.
Yeah,
I'll be back in a
tell
sec.
people
Hold
about
on a
that
minute.
fight. Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec. I just need to do something. Hold on.
Okay. Now, yeah, with the fight that he talked about, I think he fought. Forgot the name of the guy, but he was in trouble and he came back You know, and that we gonna talk more of the fight. Oh yeah, let me bring this up. Sometime next month, we gonna have fun. Y'all, we gonna talk about dream matches that wish could have happened, and George, I want you to get on it and everything, and that's gonna be so fun. But I'm gonna let you know in 2 weeks in advance, so we could definitely because brother Watcher, he said he wants to get on it and everything. James said he wants to get on it, but I haven't heard from him in a while. And I
Yeah,
know you say you want to get on it and everything too. Uh, so
I think something happened with XA. I'm not certain, but a while back he posted this video about the you know, saying about not taking the vaccine, and then
then what hello, brother George. Okay. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. Best of the business. Yes, I am. Believe that. This is the underrated MMA Sports Talk number 5. We got Brother Watcher from down under. Then we got Brother George here. What you were saying, George?
I was saying, I believe last time I know he posted a video about a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how he felt like the vaccine that for COVID wasn't something wrong with it or something like that. And he posted that video, but then I think Facebook took it down for some reason, and might have because you know how it is with YouTube. It's YouTube. Anything about disparaging that this vaccine, they might have just suspended his account for a time. I don't know.
Oh
I'm
wow.
just that could be it because he usually if if it was something that if he took it off himself, then he'll usually make another video or something like that every now and then. Especially just had the the UFC 258 just a while ago. He would have had a video about that. But I don't know. I think it's possible. I think YouTube might have suspended his account for a time. That's what I
Oh
feel like.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So usually if it's something like that, he might be back on maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all depending
Yeah, we're gonna
because
check it. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, YouTube is always on some like a few days ago. I got suspended on Facebook for 7 days for something I posted last year on a site, which was and it was a site that was like one of these sites where we talk about women and stuff like that. And then somebody, I don't know, I was being trolled, and somebody put it on saying it was against the site's regulation, but they're putting pictures of girls from Instagram. So how could we? I mean, it just don't make sense to me sometimes what people do on social media.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I don't understand that either. I really don't get. I don't get them. That's like, yeah. But I want to welcome everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming. Please, while you come in, hit the like button. Please hit the like and share this out. While you look at the screen, yeah, I got a nice little setup, right? Yeah. The number one grinder. I'm trying to step it up a little bit. Just step it up a little something, something. But if you want to donate, they go the links is right on right in the screen to go check it out. You want to donate? That'd be greatly appreciated and stuff. Again, we got brother Watch Up from down under. Oh, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool. You back now? Talk more about that fight, please.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for Marinas because, you know, he beat Romero, but he got robbed. And I mean, Richard Comey, he's come back, and it's good that he's come back. But for him to have Teofimo Lopez in his corner, I don't know about that.
I don't either. No.
That's Look, man, you can't be too nice in this sport, okay? Someone just took your championship in the fucking first round, knocked you out silly, and you want them in your corner? Come on, listen. You are a proud Ghanaian, okay? You worked your life off for that belt. You're going to side with the guy that took it from you? Hell nah, dude. This guy's holding up the whole freaking division.
Right.
You ain't coming near me. Okay? If you knock me out, I have no care for you at all in the world. Yeah, congratulations. And it's done with. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not going near you again.
Right.
We don't have to be disrespectful. But for in the corner, the kid is like 23 years old. What the hell can you learn from him?
Right. And then the thing about it, it becomes like a buddy. And Torofino. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going against what I'm saying. I made up a name from you. Do you want to hear the name on Brother Watcher for Telefino?
Teofimo.
No. I made up a name. It's Telefucko.
Yeah. I've heard that one.
That's what I call it. Telefucko. Yeah, Telefucko. Before we continue on Rage, Brother George, I got names for certain ones I want to call. Like Terrence Crawford, I call him TC. Canelo, I just call him C. And and then Telefino, I call him Telefucko. So, yeah, I do. Yes, I name him, and it fits them too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Watch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't allow people just to do that. And I mean, I see TC at the event saying stuff about Spence and all that shit. And I think people are also getting a bit too carried away with Jared Anderson now, the heavyweight. People need to calm down on him, okay? Look, he got the knockout, but I don't know, dude. Like, I don't think he's that good in terms of a prospect.
I don't think so. I don't think he's a prospect yet.
And I'm fine with people saying that, but like I said, he's literally had 7 or 8 fights, right? That knockout wasn't great. The technique on that hook wasn't good. That was with the finger area of the arm.
Right, exactly. That was all sloppy. Now I didn't even cut you off, but I want you to continue this. Now, if we said he's not a prospect, now if you say he's a project, I can go for that. He's a project.
Yeah, because he's got to improve. The thing with me is that when you're a heavyweight, okay, you can't just plunder forward and try to do a Philly shell. It's not going to work. The kid is 6'4", okay? He looks good, but if you fought a guy like Hrgovic will kill him.
Right.
Joe Joyce would run him over. There's a lot of European. Listen, he's a good guy, but let's all slow down on the whole. This is I'm hearing people say he beats Jarrell Miller. Listen, Jarrell Miller would destroy him. Okay?
Right.
Like with or without the stuff in his system, Jarrell would really hurt that guy. He really would hurt him badly because Jarrell can fight.
Right.
Okay. As much as I don't like Jarrell Miller.
Right. He's a prick. He's a prick. We don't like him, but you're right. Go ahead. We can fight.
Deontay Wilder sent him to hospital when he was sparring with him. And what has Jarrell Miller done in his professional career? He's got an undefeated record, and he's beat guys in the top 10. Okay? This is coming from someone that doesn't like Jarrell Miller at all, a guy that I think should be thrown out of the sport forever, along with all the rest. But he would absolutely destroy Jared Anderson. I don't care what people say. Jarrell is not a useless guy. He can fight. He's a cheat and a terrible guy, but he will destroy Jared Anderson. Let's not get it twisted.
Right, and exactly. Why are y'all putting these projects it up with these prospects. You put him in a prospect level. He's not even that. You're sending him to the wolves, and they're going to eat him alive. And also, y'all gotta stop doing that. It's not good. It's not a good look. You sending that man. You gonna send that man that he gonna get defeated. He ain't gonna want to come. He ain't want to do nothing about boxing no more. Don't do that to him. Let him grow. Let him learn of the fundamentals. Let him work on his craft. Do not send him to the wolves. You better not. Don't send him to him.
That's what I'm saying as well. We can't really be talking about a guy that's suspended from competing in the same place that Jared Anderson is competing in.
Right.
Listen, like I said, when you start making comparisons of guys that are well-established professionals, that's a mistake. Don't feed people to the wolves because they're going to rip you apart. That's why there's projects, prospects, contenders, top contenders, champions, elite champions. There's levels. And you can't just be throwing out stuff like, oh, yeah, this guy's the next big thing. You know, maybe Daniel Dubois beats him. Who knows? You know, Dubois lost, but he fought a better guy than what Jared Anderson's fought. You know, I don't know what other fights were on Top Rank. I heard about that Jojo Diaz dude.
Oh boy, do you want to talk about it?
I mean, all I've got to say is, you know, boxing is like a girlfriend. You have to treat it right. And Joe Diaz, he can't come back from this because this is a pattern now in his career. You come in an overweight at super featherweight, okay?
Right.
You ain't meant to be coming in overweight at this weight.
Right.
Okay. You aren't. How tall are you? 5'7"? You can make this weight, but you don't want to make this weight. You know why you don't want to make it? Because you're undisciplined. And here goes Watcher going on the rant. But I'm telling you, this shit's important. I mean, this dude was hitting this European dude, Rakov, whatever his name was, hitting him on the neck, hitting him behind the head. You got a 3-pound weight advantage, dude. You're hitting a smaller dude in those areas. You could kill someone. That's the other reason why we have the weights. So there's an establishment, there's regulation in place. But this guy's, it was a draw as well. It's not as if it was a loss where he could have learned from it. It was a draw. And he's got all these other problems going outside of the ring. And he didn't give Farmer his rematch. You know, if you look at Farmer, he's completely opposite of what Joe is. He is a dedicated professional. And he, you know, as much as he talks a bit of shit as well, he knows what he's doing there. But like I said, you completely you vacated now. You're not a champion any longer. But you're not a champion outside of the ring either. You don't conduct yourself that way. So that's my opinion on it.
Okay, got you. Brother George. Brother George, unmute your mic. Do you want to add on what Brother Watch is saying? You can unmute your mic. Well, I'll say this now. There's another fight you want to talk about?
What else was there? The Josh Warrington fight.
Yeah, I was messing with you. I know you want to talk about that.
I saw. Did you see it?
I didn't see that one.
I saw it live.
Okay. Who won?
Okay, so the big takeaway from this is that it's pretty simple, right? He avoided Gary Russell, and this is what happens. You fight someone who comes from Mexico, who grew up with absolutely nothing, who has his losses in place, who's hungry, who's heavy-handed, and wants to win. And, Josh vacated. See, this is a pattern as well, right? He didn't want to fight as mandatory, so he vacated. A guy that almost beat him last time, he vacated against. So he thought this was an easier fight. You're an inactive for 16 months, and you think you can come in here and just steamroll. But because there was resistance, you couldn't handle it. All of that brawling, all that come forward and throw 1,000 punches around, it couldn't work because this guy had a different way of boxing. He had a different style. So when it got hard, you folded. You got dropped in the 4th round. You were on your back all spread out. That fight should have been stopped there and then. It should have. But instead, he gets knocked out cold in the 9th round where he has to get oxygen into him. I was very concerned because I actually do like him.
Oh, you know what? I did see that. Like, it came up on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And I did see he was on the guard, but I was not sure which fight was that. So that was the fight, and that's when a lot of people. I think he knocked him up. I think it was a left hand, something hook, something like that. Huh?
Left hook.
Left hook. Okay. That was the fight because I caught it. See, pardon me, I caught that at the end.
Yeah, he got hit with the same shot the whole fight. Very bad defense, poor blocking. Got hit to the body way too much. He looks slow, and I see people like Tyson Fury making excuses. Well, here's another perfect example of how inactivity has been a reason why people lost. Well, you ain't looking too good either, my friend.
Right.
You got your life. Are you ready? These fighters, if they don't want to fight, come out and say you don't want to do it. I'd rather that because I'm telling you now, you don't play this. Just like with MMA yesterday, where Gilbert got severely hurt, right? You can't play this. Like I'm saying for Keith Thurman, for all those guys as well. If you don't want to do this, if you've had enough,
walk away.
Absolutely no problem with you going out of the sport because it is dangerous. It requires your everything times 1,000. But Warrington wants to step in and he wants to take this fight because he thinks it's easy and he gets knocked out. And he didn't win many rounds. He won probably 3 rounds the whole fight. He didn't have anything good in his game. And this kid, this Mexican kid, Lara, he should be world champion now because he beat the guy really that vacated his belt. But he's a champion, that kid. He is good. And he came from nothing and he achieved greatness. And I salute him. He did a tremendous job.
But you know what I learned from this fight? I learned from this fight that sometimes cherry picking could cost you a lot. See, it seems like, now tell me if I'm right or wrong, brother Watcher, even brother George, I want you to get into it. It seems like everybody, these fighters is really copying from the seed tree.
Yeah, what they want to do is essentially just get a fight where someone has a belt, someone that's not too salute basement boxing talk, someone that's not too difficult, and maneuver around. You can't be out of the sport for 16 months, okay? That's where Josh Warrington was good. But the inactivity thing, that's ridiculous. I mean, listen, it is your job to stay in shape. Listen, when you're a featherweight, okay, you can't be bulking up. You have to stay within range. It makes no sense. Like when a cruiserweight or a heavyweight blows up, right? Okay, I understand. That's a different body type. But these people are under 5'7" and they can't even make the weight comfortably. That's a discipline issue. It's not their body and, the conditions and this and that. It's just laziness, really. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to put the graft in. So they wait and wait and wait, and then boom. That's it. And this is the consequence. You messed around with this kid. You thought you could do Macho Man on him, but you couldn't. You know, you didn't have another layer. You didn't box on the back foot and use your jab. You didn't use defense. You know? And the commission there, they're useless. That fight should have been stopped. He could have got killed. He could have got killed. Why are we waiting until the 9th round to stop a fight? Huh?
Right. Exactly.
We shouldn't be at the stage where we're giving oxygen out to someone. Because that kid now, Josh Warrington, you know, he's got to be out for even longer now. You know?
Right.
And he's had a lot of fights, man. He's had 31 professional fights now. That's his first loss. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is no good.
It's a gladiator sport. You don't play with it. It's the Brother George. Are you there? Brother George, are you there? Brother George, are you there? Unmute your mic. I would say this because we ain't gonna be here that long because I think we talking up. But there's any MMA fights coming up this weekend, my brother? Watching?
Yeah, we've got Broner returns.
Oh.
And Dominic Brazil returns.
Oh, the one when Wilder knocked him, he had the stinking face.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think he'll beat this cat. You know, I think Otto Wallen, he fades, and Brazil has a style in which he can use that to make him fade. I think Broner's going to win. With Broner, he has to get his mind right. If his mind is right, he could beat almost anyone because he's skilled and he knows and he's tough as nails as well. But again, he has bad influence, and we'll see, man, what happens. But the Brazil fight is more interesting to me, definitely.
Good. Okay, cool. What about MMA? Any matches happening this weekend?
We got Curtis Blades versus Derek Lewis.
Oh, oh, we haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah. I think Blades will win, but you know, Derek Lewis is a dirty fighter, and you have to watch out because this guy will hit you in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's true.
He don't get warned for it. He don't get warned for it. So, and Curtis Blades, he has good recovery, but he gets hurt easy. He can recover quickly, but he gets hurt very easily. You don't want to get hurt by Derek Lewis. So what he should do is pretty much just put him on the fence, take him down, take the energy out of him. If you look at Derek Lewis versus Ngannou, you don't see Derek Lewis coming forward throwing bombs.
No.
Because he knows what's on the other side. He knows what's on the end. You got to walk onto one. So that's why he made an excuse up about his back being sore. Oh, my back was sore. I couldn't move, this and that. Because he's scared. He didn't do shit in that fight. And people say, oh, wasn't Ngannou scared? Ngannou had a mental problem in that fight in which when he lost to Stipe, he didn't have it together. So in that fight, he did nothing. But he still was that more intimidating to make Derek Lewis do jack shit. Because in my opinion, I think Ngannou won the fight. As boring as that fight was, as boring as it was, in the last round, Ngannou went up to that dude and he almost dropped him. And he was beating him up on the floor. So, hey, Derek Lewis, you know, he's got to win. If he doesn't win, his career, I don't know.
It's done. It's cooked. It's done.
Maybe.
All right, yeah, I think it's done, man. He got to win. He got to win this match. Because if he loses, I don't see no comeback.
Yeah.
He's really run. That's one of the MMA fighters I could say that he's really running out of options.
Yeah, he is. Most definitely.
He's running out of options. He really is. George, brother George, is you still there? Brother George, are you still there? Unmute your mic. Brother George. But I don't know what happened, so. If there's any last remarks, make your last remarks, brother Watcha from down under.
Yeah, but it's been good talk, man. I've enjoyed it. You know, as usual. Throughout the week, I'm sure we'll be on other shows together and chopping it up because there's been some things that have broken out, and we're definitely going to get people on that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be some other craziness of it. Now, stay right there. Don't go nowhere, brother Watcher. Brother George, are you still there? Oh, let me see something. Brother George, are you still there? Okay, well, I'm gonna make my last remarks here. Thank y'all in the chat for for being here of the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 5 with my brother George and brother Watcher from down under. Oh yeah, and I want y'all to check out. Yesterday I did you won't believe this, brother Watcher, but I did this is number 13. The Underrated Boxing Talk number 13. I want you to go check it out. Last night it was fire. It was fire. We had brother LeVar Cooper from he be on Renee Box Young. He be on his panel. Also the regulars, brother Basement Boxing Talk, brother Black Star Sports TV, brother Clarence McLean on Facebook. Soon he be on YouTube. And who else was on there? Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. And I did a special commentary. I want y'all to check that out. That's within the 30-minute mark. So I want you to go yesterday. You want you to go check that out. It had nothing to do with boxing. I want you to go check it out. It's a special commentary that I did. And then if you go in the chat, right, that the link that you see, that the video that I did, that's what I talked about it. So I want you to go check it out. I want you to go check it out and put some comments on here and put some comments on the video and even on the boxing, even in boxing. Okay, that I did yesterday. All right. So anything else, brother Watcher, that you want to say?
Nah, I think we covered all points. No.
Okay.
Great show, man.
Thank you. I just want you to stay right there. Stay right there because I want us to close it out as a family. I will say this. Thanks for coming. This is my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the #1 grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. Believe that, the best of the business. That's yes, that I also that too. And we got everybody in the chat. Y'all know who you are. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for please share this out. Please share this out so the algorithms can go up so we can have more people come. Oh yeah, brother Watcher, I will go keep in contact with you, and even brother George. Remember I was saying that we're gonna do dream matches.
Yep.
Now it's gonna be sometime next month. But I promise you, I'm gonna let you know like 2 weeks in advance. So I will advise you, invite people, George invite people, and I'm gonna self-promote it myself too. This is going to be the bomb. And I'm telling y'all, this is gonna be the bomb. I don't know. I probably gonna let it probably do like an hour and a half, or maybe I'll probably come early. I don't know yet and everything, but I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be the best of MMA. Then I'm gonna do boxing too later on, but it's gonna be the best of MMA, any era, any era. So I expect that it's gonna be a full panel. So I expect brothers. I'm letting your brothers know now. If you don't know anything, don't come. But if you want to do your little studying and have your paper and stuff like that, that's all right too. All right, I want you to come, but let's have fun. I want us to have fun. On behalf of my channel, the Underrated Dark is yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. Be safe out there, family. Travel in groups, the ones around the world too. Please travel in groups. It's crazy out here. I don't want nothing to happen to y'all. Love y'all. This one is Ghost.